So if those plays are intercepted, it's a different game altogether, and we're calling for Shedeur Sanders.
Tony Grossi just did the unthinkable. The same guy who spent months clowning on live TV now says Shedeur is better than and should be the Browns starter immediately. This is the voice who mocked the sore arm and called him not NFL material. And suddenly he's leading the QB1 chant. Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel. So what flipped him and why now? And what does it expose about Cleveland's mess at quarterback and the coaching headset guiding it all? This wasn't a random pivot. It was a flare shot across the front office telling them the room, the tape, and the city are done waiting. Gabriel didn't just struggle, he imploded against Pittsburgh with misreads, bad timing, zero rhythm, and throws that could have been picked 4 times if defenders had better hands. That's not growing pains. That's a primetime red flag waving over First Energy like a billboard. The reaction inside the stadium said everything. Fans weren't just booing, they were begging for Shedeur Sanders, and he wasn't even active. When a crowd chants for a quarterback who never touched the field, your plan is on life support. Analysts, insiders, and ex-players piled on with the same question. Why is Dylan still starting when the offense keeps stalling? Trust evaporated. Patience ran out, and the pressure on Kevin Stefanski hit a breaking point fast. Then came the shocker. Tony Grossi sat down and said it plain. Shedeur is better than Dylan Gabriel. He should start for the Browns. No sarcasm, no half measure.
So he was counterproductive because he's got a sore arm.
Okay, so you're using that as a negative against the kid?
I don't understand.
Jesus God, would you give him a chance?
Well,
My God,
here's
because
the
his
thing.
arm's sore?
Yeah.
What, that's a negative, that the kid's got a sore arm?
Yes!
Because he's working too hard?
A full reversal from Cleveland's most stubborn skeptic. This is the same guy who mocked Shedeur's injuries, called him a distraction, and dismissed the idea he could survive in the NFL. And now he's saying the kid should lead the huddle. When Grossi flips in this town, people listen. To understand his turn, rewind to when Grossi tried to make Shedeur a punchline on live TV, and every segment became a new jab. It was personal. Sore arm, social media, family energy. Week after week, he pushed the same narrative. Shedeur didn't bark back. He worked quietly, stacked practice days, and stayed ready with something to prove. Then came the Carolina preseason game where he looked composed, on time, and in command. Not flashy, just surgical. After that game, Shedeur walked straight to Grossi with cameras hot and said, "Now, Tony, you got something nice to say about me." No grin, no script, just conviction born from months of slander. And Cleveland heard it loud. In that instant, the power flipped. Shedeur wasn't the kid getting picked apart. He was the one asking the questions, and Grossi had nothing left but a blink and a smirk. Clips went viral, fans cheered, and the narrative cracked.
I thought he was much better against Minnesota than he was against Pittsburgh. He was not good.
Yeah, I thought he was worse. Yeah, I agree.
Yep, he definitely took a step back.
He easily could have had 4 interceptions yesterday.
Oh, gosh, yes.
They dropped a lot. You know,
Yeah.
everybody dropped his passes yesterday.
The Steelers can't catch interceptions. They have 0 on the season.
While Shedeur demanded accountability, Stefanski doubled down on pride instead of adaptation, protecting his guy like a promise he couldn't break. Dylan wasn't just selected, he was handpicked, and the coach dug in even as the offense stayed stuck. Week after week, the same script rolled out. Same starter, same playbook, same flatlining drives, while a better option sat on the sideline, younger, hungrier, and ready to spark the middle of the field. Everyone could see the square peg grinding in the round hole. Don't miss the next twist in real time. Tap subscribe if you're here for the unfiltered breakdowns and not the press conference spin. Grossi wasn't alone. Rex Ryan reversed course too, and it landed like a siren in Berea. A week ago, he said Shedeur wasn't ready and didn't belong in the same convo as Dylan. Then the tape shifted, the backlash hit, and his stance did a 180. On ESPN, he fired at the plan itself. If Shedeur is on your roster, why bring in Joe Flacco? Why bury the prospect? And why refuse to develop the young arm you signed for the future? From a former head coach, that wasn't a hot take. It was a public indictment. He called Gabriel a failed experiment and Shedeur an investment being wasted, warning the Browns they're risking the future by ignoring the obvious move. When national voices align with the tape, front offices start sweating. Then the locker room spoke through its loudest leader. Myles Garrett stepped up, and the building listened like it always does. He didn't name names, but it's frustrating losing the same way every time. That gets old, followed by, "We've got talent, but we're stuck, and it ain't the defense." Said enough? Garrett questioned the play calling, the quarterback plan, and the refusal to shake things up. And when a captain says that out loud, belief is cracking and the clock is ticking. Captains don't vent, they send messages. From there, the walls pressed in around Stefanski. Grossi flipped, Rex flipped, Garrett pressed the glass.
This is who Kevin wanted, though. That's the thing. Like, this is Kevin's guy. I get so frustrated watching it because, you know, a lot of times we feel like, oh, they're trying to stick a square peg into a round hole and all this stuff. Not now.
Fans turned full volume and the media circled like they smelled blood. Through it all, the coach kept doubling down like nothing changed. He defended the same quarterback and the same script, even as the numbers showed no spark, no lift, and no momentum, and players are never fooled by quotes. They know when a plan is stuck. The room feels it, and it shows on Sundays. National shows added fuel with segments like, "Why isn't Shedeur starting yet?" and "Is Stefanski too proud to pivot?" Heat that won't cool off until the depth chart does. Each week, Dylan starts and loses. The crowd gets louder, the room colder, and the headset heavier. This isn't development anymore. It reads like desperation. And if Stefanski doesn't act, the decision might get made above him. Reality only gets stiff-armed for so long before it stiff-arms back. Here's the football truth in simple terms. Drop the sunk cost pride, load Shedeur with first-team periods, and script a tempo start that attacks the seams and the 10 to 18 window that's been free all month. That's not fan fiction. That's basic geometry of an NFL offense. Nobody's crowning him without snaps. The call is to evaluate him fairly with the starters, not in panic time with third unit timing. You can't judge a pilot you've kept in the jump seat all season.
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. To lose the same way every time, it's frustrating as hell.
Players will rally to a coach who adapts. Nothing flips a room faster than a plan that says, we'll do whatever it takes to win, not we'll wait it out and hope. Flexibility tied to wins earns respect fast. In the end, Grossi's reversal wasn't random. It was built on drives that went nowhere, a crowd that saw the same rerun, and a young quarterback who finally looked his critic in the eye and took the mic back. That's not narrative polish. That's a shift in leverage. Shedeur's not some mythic savior. He's a spark plug by design, a timing and tempo passer who forces defenses to stop camping shallow zones and who brings the middle back into the game plan. You don't need miracles. You need stress on safeties and linebackers. Cleveland has the defense, the playmakers, and a city starved for competent quarterback play. The only missing piece is the willingness to try what the film keeps begging for. The safest choice now is the bold one. If you want the truth without fluff like this, and subscribe so the algorithm doesn't bench you when the switch finally happens. Bottom line, there's one path that doesn't burn the season to the ground. Start Shedeur Sanders and see if the offense wakes up with real rhythm and real reads. If it pops, don't overthink it. Keep the hot hand rolling and let the defense do what they already do. This isn't about potential anymore. It's about urgency, because Dylan's window is closed for now, and refusing to move looks less like loyalty and more like denial. If the switch doesn't happen soon, Stefanski might not be the one making it at all. The city flipped, the media flipped, the captain sent the message, and the film won't stop screaming. The Sanders era isn't a whisper anymore. It's knocking with a helmet on and a play sheet in hand. Make the call and don't look back.